Once there was an Israelite family in ancient Egypt with 3 children, Miriam, Aaron, and Moses. Miriam, the oldest, was sent to watch over her baby brother Moses. Their mother had placed Moses in a basket to hide him from the Egyptians, who were on a quest to kill all the male babies in the kingdom. When Pharaoh's daughter discovered the basket among the weeds, Miriam quickly ran up and volunteered to find a nurse for him. Because of her quick thinking, Moses was raised by his own mother before going to live in Pharaoh's house as a prince. Miriam and Aaron continued to live and work as slaves. The Israelite people suffered greatly at the hands of the Egyptians. One day, Moses killed an Egyptian and fled to the desert to avoid punishment. His family continued to suffer under the heavy hand of a new and crueler Pharaoh. But then, God called Aaron to go meet Moses in the desert. God had spoken to Moses from a burning bush and called him to lead Israel out of Egypt, to freedom in a new promised land called Canaan. Because Moses was afraid, God called Aaron to be Moses' spokesperson. Together, they confronted Pharaoh with warnings, miracles, and ultimately 12 terrible plagues to persuade Pharaoh to release God's people. After the miracle of the Passover, when God's angel of death killed all the firstborn of Egypt, Aaron and Moses led the people toward the Red Sea, following a cloud during the day and a pillar of fire at night. When the approaching Egyptian army cornered Israel at the Red Sea, God parted the waters for them to safely cross into Arabia. Then he closed the waters behind them to drown the Egyptians. The promised land of Canaan was only weeks away, yet Israel complained and disobeyed so much that God let them wander aimlessly for 40 years. When they fought against the Amalekites, Moses inspired the people by lifting his arms over the battle. Aaron and Hur held his arms up when he grew tired. Aaron became the high priest of Israel, who entered the Holy of Holies once per year to make atonement for the people. Miriam was a prophet who led Israel in worship. God used the 3 siblings together to teach and lead Israel into a relationship with him. Yet, Miriam and Aaron struggled to let Moses be the leader. When Moses met God alone on Mount Sinai to receive the 10 Commandments, he left Aaron in charge. But in Moses' absence, Aaron crumbled under the pressure and led the people in building a golden calf to worship. Aaron and Miriam listened to the people's complaining and gossiped about Moses and his wife. God reacted to Miriam and Aaron strongly. For building the calf, the Levites killed 3,000 Israelites. Then God struck the people with a plague. For her gossip, God struck Miriam with leprosy, and he told Aaron he would not see the promised land. All 3 siblings died before they could enter Canaan. Only Moses was allowed to see it from Mount Nebo in the land of Moab.
So today our scripture comes from Numbers chapter 12, from verse 1 to 16. You saw already in the introduction a bit what it is about. Today we will look.
Miriam and Aaron began to talk against Moses because of his Cushite wife, for he had married a Cushite. Has the Lord spoken only through Moses? They asked. Hasn't he also spoken through us? And the Lord heard this. Now Moses was a very humble man, more humble than anyone else on the face of the earth. At once the Lord said to Moses, Aaron and Miriam, "Come out to the tent of meeting, all 3 of you." So the 3 of them went out. Then the Lord came down in a pillar of cloud. He stood at the entrance to the tent and summoned Aaron and Miriam. When the 2 of them stepped forward, he said, "Listen to my words. When there is a prophet among you, I, the Lord, reveal myself to them in visions, I speak to them in dreams. But this is not true of my servant Moses. He is faithful in all my house. With him I speak face to face, clearly and not in riddles. He sees the form of the Lord." Why then were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? The anger of the Lord burned against them, and he left them. When the cloud lifted from above the tent, Miriam's skin was leprous, it became as white as snow. Aaron turned toward her and saw that she had a defiling skin disease. And he said to Moses, Please, my Lord, I ask you not to hold against us the sin we have so foolishly committed. Do not let her be like a stillborn infant coming from its mother's womb with its flesh half eaten away. So Moses cried out to the Lord, Please, God, heal her. The Lord replied to Moses, If her father had spit in her face, would she not have been in disgrace for 7 days? Confine her outside the camp for 7 days. After that she can be brought back. So Miriam was confined outside the camp for 7 days, and the people did not move until she was brought back. After that, the people left Hazeroth and encamped in the desert of Paran.
Miriam and Aaron began to talk against Moses because of his wife. As the Lord spoken only through Moses, they asked, Hasn't he also spoken through us? The Lord said to Moses, Aaron and Miriam, come out to the tent of meeting. Then the Lord came down in a pillar of cloud and said to Aaron and Miriam, When a prophet of the Lord is among you, I reveal myself in visions, and I speak to him in dreams. But this is not true with Moses. For Moses is faithful in all my house. With him I speak face to face. I speak clearly and not in riddles. And he sees the form of the Lord. The Lord's anger burned against them, and then he left them. And when the cloud lifted above the tent, there stood Miriam, now leprous. Then Aaron said to Moses, Please, Lord, do not hold this sin against us. So Moses cried out to the Lord, Oh God, please heal her. The Lord replied, Confine her outside the camp for 7 days. And after that she can be brought back into the camp. So Miriam was sent outside the camp for a total of 7 days. And when brought back, the people all went to the desert of Paran.